Okay, I found this play unique for two reasons. One, I'm used to reading things like Shakespeare, Ben Jonson, old Greek plays, where you have these larger-than-life characters. So it was very unique to have just commonplace characters and get to see the struggle of the day-to-day people around us. So I really liked this. I also liked how many perspectives there were. There were three characters who were African-American, and each had a different background. There was a Jewish character who had his own cultural issues. There was someone from Panama, and there was just a European American. So you had all these different perspectives in one small setting and one small play. So I really liked that. In terms of themes, one was marriage. We're used to thinking of marriage as this thing where two people love each other so much they're going to spend the rest of their lives together. But marriage isn't really presented like that in this play. Instead, we have someone like Mr. Marks who's getting married to a stranger for cultural reasons. He's never met his fiancée. We have someone like Mrs. Dixon who is getting married to get out of, she's marrying up, she's getting away from that life that her mother had. So there's different reasons presented for marriage in this play. Another thing is reality versus our dreams. So we have like George presented as this great gentleman when he's off in this fantasy Panama. And when he comes then to the city, when he is actually in the play himself, he's shown just to be a flawed human like everyone else. He's not this person that brings Esther this happiness she craves. We also have another thing with Esther, with her beauty salon. I don't think it's wise that she had just sat on her money. I think she should have done something else instead of hoping for this one thing. I think she should have tried to find a smaller way to invest her money, a smaller way to improve her life, instead of this great leap she had hoped for. In addition, I think this play broke down stereotypes. All the characters were shown in some ways as foolish, from Mrs. Van Buren having her flawed relationship with her husband and not taking any action about it, to Esther and her dreams. Everybody had their issues. It didn't seem like anyone was perfect or anyone in this play was better than someone else. Except for I think everyone may have been better than George. In general, I do believe stereotypes are still a thing that people deal with. I think stereotypes still exist. I think generally people stereotype others as a way to feel important and a way to feel unique. So people like to put others down, and I think I've been reading by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and people like to feel important. So I think that's the major reason people will stereotype others. I can think of a quote by Morgan Freeman, like to stop racism, stop talking about it. So like stop making people feel good when they are racist. Like stop, even if you're giving them negative attention, you're still giving them attention. So don't give them anything. Don't make them feel important. In addition, I can think of Rome when they had the patrician and plebeian issues back like in 500 BCE. Just slowly the transition over time is what ended up ending a conflict between two different classes during that time. And in terms of questions, I have a question of why and where did George learn how to read, and also why was Mrs. Van Buren so open to Esther at the beginning of the play?